From.
Previously on From.
Woo! From. What a good show.
What a reveal in this episode.
Oh my god.
Maybe it's all connected.
I've got some theories for you.
Oh, I saw that coming a mile away. All right, Murray. So, From, let's be professionals about this. Let's be professionals for the first time.
Do I have to?
Yeah, you do. You don't have to. Let me be a professional and quickly recap what actually happened in the goddamn episode. And bear with me, because I did look up what season and episode it was, and now I forgot, and I want to make sure I'm talking about the right thing.
A few moments later.
Season 2, episode 8 is what we watched last week, and it was a banger.
Oh, so good.
Quickly to touch on what happened, we had the dreams for Kenny kicking off the episode.
Whoa. Hang on. Whoa. Are you going to actually step by step walk through the entire episode before we go in and discuss the stuff?
A little teeny bit. Just a teeny
How
bit.
How dare you, sir?
No, I told you we're being more professional. I've had time to plan this out.
That's not professional.
This is professional.
Allow me to professionally spoil everything before we can. We're not even going to discuss it. We're just going to robotically and clinically give you the plot points and move on with our lives.
This episode revolved around three things. Three categories that this revolved around, Murray. It was the shared dreams and the body. It was Victor's memory that we got to deal with.
That was good.
And then Randall being a piece of shit with Jim.
Which is now a staple in every episode.
Those are the three things I just wanted to mention, was to be like,
okay,
this
great.
is what happened in the episode.
On.
You've seen my notes. You know what I'm starting it off with, mate. Kenny's dream.
Dude, what a banger. Straight out.
Did you catch what the whispers were?
I tried, but I forced myself not to rewind because I was like, I just want the pure experience, and anything that I kind of miss, I just have to go into the podcast with you and be like, I don't know.
I truly contemplated rewinding it, and me and Kate did debate it through that scene. She's like, oh, did they say this? So I've made a note that all the bits that I think I heard was come in 3, stop the melody. So I don't know what that's talking about, but I swear I heard the word 3 and I heard the word melody.
I think I heard the word stop, so that makes sense to me.
So I think that was like a warning. Why? But why would there be a warning coming through Kenny's dream?
I don't know. It's a good question. Maybe he's not fully infected, or maybe there's an alternate force or something. But I tell you what was absolutely cracking. Before you knew it was a dream, the phone ringing was so intense. I was like, ooh! I was like, no, there's another monster. The God voice is back. Yes, they're making a phone call. I'm so ready. And then it was a dream,
the same.
and I was actually so disappointed.
It wasn't until we saw the... Are they... Now, hang on, help me out now. Are they cicadas or cicadas? Cicadas, right?
Cicadas.
I'm going to say cicadas.
I call them cicadas.
Tomato, cicadas.
Tomato, potato.
Literally that. So until we saw them in the pot, I wasn't really onto it that it was a dream. And then there was the music box.
No, me neither.
I was like, oh my God, he's having a dream too with the music box.
And I called it. I was like, because they put it in the monster and the monster's connected to the world. The music box is going to infect more people, and it has.
Very, very impressed with that when it happened. And the burn mark on his arm is staying. So does that mean it's like, injured in the dream, injured in real life?
Yes. So this was also something that I mentioned to you, that I was like, I think the music box has the ability to manifest reality.
You did, like the fucking, I thought the dungeon thing.
The tower was, yes. I thought that was the marine. And then this episode confirmed it. And I was also like, yes, let's go. That's 2 for 2, baby. And we're 30 seconds into the episode.
I feel like we're really getting onto it with this show. We're starting to really knuckle down on what's happening. But we still don't know what's happening, which is what's so great about it.
It's fun to like theorize stuff. But it's really cool that it's manifesting reality around them. You know, like Algernon spits up the water.
But then that's nothing that I called, where I literally said last week that it's going to get passed off that he fell asleep in the bath.
No, he didn't fall in the bath. He didn't fall asleep in the bath.
That's what Donna says to Boyd.
No, it's not. She said he wakes up. She said he's drowning in his sleep, and that he was in bed, and that he wakes up and spits up water.
No,
he wasn't in a
way.
bath.
I didn't hear that.
She literally says that. She's like, we've got Elgin like drowning in his sleep.
Oh my God, Murray, my mind is blown again. I didn't
That's
pick
why I was
that.
like, this is so crazy.
That's
Because
insane.
he's just like, he's asleep and then he just
Yeah,
spits up
I
a
get
whole
that now.
bunch of water. And it was wow, really cool. I was like, that's a really cool detail.
But he didn't say anything about the music box to Boyd. Neither did Kenny later when they're mentioning the dream, because he's like, I saw these cicadas in my dream. We'll get to that. But Kenny didn't mention the music box either. There was two of them that
He
didn't
does
mention it.
later in the episode.
Are you sure? Oh, wait, no, Boyd
Positive.
doesn't react.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boyd doesn't react at all. I don't know what's going on with Boyd, but it's dumb as heck that he isn't like, hey guys, I also saw the music box the first time I got infected. We're all in trouble because clearly it's the worms that infected me.
We're
They're
all
fucking
infected.
you guys up. What is wrong with you, Boyd? Get over your shit and come to the fucking party. I swear to Christ.
Unbelievable. So much stupidity in the show, except for the idea of the silver bullets by Elgin.
Very good. I was
Very
a fan
cool.
of that.
Yeah.
Except I really wanted them to be like, oh, we're going to hollow out a tip. We're going to make a hollow point and fill it full of like a FMJ.
Yeah.
Like fill it full of the bile.
But it works either way, just coating it in the bile and firing it straight in. It's an idea.
Unless
Something to
the
work with.
gunpowder burns the bile off, then we're in trouble.
Yeah, but as we've covered before, the writing in this show, I don't think that they would consider that. Also, like the clothing
no.
of the nightmare creature that they shoot the bullet in maybe takes off like all the bile
Also
before
true.
it. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of holes in this plan, but I still
yeah,
love it.
that
I think
makes
it's
sense,
great.
yeah.
The bugs on the body was
Mm-hmm.
gross. That was pretty disturbing actually seeing that. I didn't like that.
I like that they disappear and they come back, shared hallucination.
Donna finding out about the body so late in all the proceedings, I was with her when she was pissed about it. I was like, you know what, girl, you should be pissed about it. This is bullshit that they've left you in the dark. I think there's something we got to remind ourselves about with this though, that I
Yes.
noticed that we didn't really think about last week when we talked about it, is the passage of time in the show. We're watching a lot of episodes that all basically take place in one day. And
Yes.
then we're also watching 2 seasons of content that essentially happens in the space of a week. So when we're like, oh, that was just, they exploded, that was out of nowhere, it wasn't really right in the context. It wasn't to us because it's taken place over 9 months of watching a show. But to them, when all this shit's been happening in the last 4 days, they're like fried. They're up to here with their lives right
true.
now. So it makes
It's
sense
true.
why they're
You're
snapping.
like, Donna finding out late, and I'm like, bro, I'm pretty sure this is the next day.
Yeah, but it's still late. Come on, like Donna and Boyd, man. They are the two in charge. They should be.
Yeah, but as we've established, Boyd is going insane. Like nothing,
Yeah.
no decision he has made in season 2 has made any
Has been
sense
helpful.
at all.
But he spoke to her. There's been multiple interactions with her. He's just
I
not brought it up.
know. But he's also spoke to everybody and not mentioned the freaking music box at all.
Me and Kate really want Boyd's son Ellis, that I just remembered because I didn't write that name down. We really want him to actually die now because he got away with it. And he's
what?
like, you shouldn't be moving around, blah, blah. He's like, no, I'm fine. I'm not doing any push-ups. And then he's about to tell Boyd about the fact that Fatima's pregnant and he chooses not. He's like, I'll tell you later. Me and Kate looked at each other. We're like, that guy's going to die because that's going to be heartbreaking that he doesn't get to tell his own dad about it. Like that's setting it up for a writer to spike that down into your soul and go,
Okay.
feel emotionally devastated.
I'm going to double down on this, but it's not going to be Ellis that dies.
Fatima?
Boyd.
No,
Boyd's
I
ticket's
refuse.
up.
No, Boyd.
It's
No.
up. Dude, you know it's going to happen, man. The way he's behaving this season
True.
and to
He's taking
slam
a lot of
dunk
risks.
that heartstrings, I think it's going to happen.
But he just knows so much of what's going on. I feel like if he dies, all of the episodes we've seen of him learning stuff and trialing stuff, it's all for waste. Like nothing came of it.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't think Ellis is going anywhere. I just have a feeling.
We'll see. Do you know what else was really good in that episode with the bugs when Kenny and Boyd heard the cicadas after burning the body and that dude runs
Yes.
out of the house covered in blood? What the hell?
Yes.
Oh my God, man.
We didn't get a chance to deal with that at all.
Nah, it just happened. It was like, there you go. On to the next scene.
I was like, wait, why aren't we? What's like?
Circle back.
Because no one, but like, I mean, yes, but also like, time has passed. So why didn't we deal with that? Why don't we get to find out what's going on?
Don't know. That's next week. I'm hoping they jump straight in with that. Like Kenny and Boyd rushing into the house and there's a body with cicadas all over it or something like that. Like, that's not his blood. I reckon that's someone else in the house. That's what's like, help me.
Gal, yeah.
Yeah.
Because she was screaming. Yes. Or also, just want to say, absolute bowler moment for Kenny when they're in the basement and they're going to check the cicada body and they walk in and Boyd's like, you need to go back upstairs. And Kenny's just goes, no, and takes his gun out and walks past Boyd. I was like, yes, Kenny, get it.
Sick of his
Boyd's
shit.
like, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So that's how we left the first part, the first category of this episode, right? That's the bugs in the body. The second part for me was Victor and his memory. My God, my heart for old mate Victor, that episode was just all over the place. When he gave the coat to the little kid, that was such a nice moment after we've talked about in previous episodes. Like, oh, I don't want to be your friend anymore. I loved that.
Yeah, it was really beautiful.
His reaction to getting that little pencil figurine and seeing his memory of his mother giving it to him, putting him in that bunker, and then where that went. Now, before we get to where that went, Gabe needs to calm the fuck down. Or Jade. Sorry, Gabe. Gabe Newell, chill out, bro. But no, Jade, it says he never dealt with somebody with a mental condition.
Probably not.
Or,
I mean, look at the type of character he is. When he rocked up, he thought this whole thing was an escape room. Like, and he treats people like objects. Because that's what he does. Like, you know.
That then leading to him bringing or finding the rest of the drawings when he's like, the drawings remember, so you don't have to. Also, really quickly, oh my God, I forgot to say, I watched the previously on section. I know we're doing previously on from right now, but before every episode, there's a previously on from. I watched it for the first time this week, and I'm fucking glad I did, and I'm going to do it every episode now, because it refreshed me on so much shit, including this whole I draw things to remember. Even if I don't remember, the drawings do. That was awesome. I picked it that it was going to be in one of the cars, by the way, the stash of the things that he doesn't want to see. But then, man, that whole scene with him, like the memories of his sister crashing into him was just breathtaking, bro. Like that was really incredible. Good. That dude needs an award or he needs to start featuring in movies. Whoever that, I need to look up the actor's name and remember it. Incredible.
He is amazing. He's amazing. I feel like the sister's coming back, without a doubt. She's not dead.
Oh, okay. Because I have some theories.
I feel like he would have showed them being dead.
Mm-hmm. I have some theories.
On this note, very exciting. You pointed out the lighthouse, which is the lighthouse that Tabitha's been dreaming about, but it's also the lighthouse that Boyd found in the forest and didn't get to go into.
Oh my God, I forgot. Yes. So that lighthouse is a place. Yup.
Yes. When the tent gets dragged through the forest and the foghorn goes off and the lighthouse, which means they're not the first people to leave town.
Correct.
And every time you leave town, something bad happens.
His mother was going out to save the children, going to the lighthouse to save the children. Tabitha has been in that lighthouse in a dream and is now seeing the children. That shit is all linked, and that's what got my mind going on a theory 100%. That I'll bring up at the end. The last part to talk about is Randall and Jim, the adventures of Randall and Jim. Oh my God, man.
The start of this episode, that made me so angry.
The drone.
It made me so angry.
He was not flying that hard, was he? It looked like he was going, oh, that's as high as it goes. Oh, well. I was like, nah, you're not trying.
Makes no sense. Either the writer of this TV show is an idiot, which is entirely possible, or Randall is playing silly buggers, or, well, my first theory, because it was so whacked, I was like, he's like, it won't go any higher. I was like, oh man, there's like a ceiling to this world. Like anything that flies can only go so high, and it's like another magical trap.
No, because the drone did go higher than that originally. This is the weight of the aerial, which is what they're trying to slim down so the drone can go higher. That's not like a superpowered drone. That's
But
a gift for his nephew. It'll be a piece of shit light thing that'll burn out in a couple of weeks.
I get that.
Yeah.
But like the drone, if it can carry the aerial, it can take it to any height.
No. Because, okay, this is great. I'm glad you looked at it that way, because what you got to keep in mind with that aerial that it's pulling up, right, is the weight that it's pulling on is whatever is suspended off the floor.
It gets,
so the higher
okay.
it goes,
it
the heavier it gets.
Yeah, there's no way that was the height, though.
Right? And then that got me thinking, it was like, okay. It got me suspicious that he was the one on the inside that he keeps alluding to, and he's doing all this to drive Jim to the point of breaking. But then I was like, we saw that whole thing with him on the bus being like, I ain't afraid of you things. You're afraid of a stupid rock. And it's like that whole scene is a moot point if he's actually the one on the inside, because he did that just for the things.
Sense.
So he then saw the body bag outside the clinic after him and Jim had accosted Sarah in the church, which was fucking weird.
Yeah, which was whacked as hell. Yeah.
Did you ever see anybody die? Yes. And even when Jim's like, yeah, I saw that dude get his throat slit. He's like, but did you? You sure about that?
Not only is he an asshole, but he's also an idiot.
He's a fucking idiot, especially for what he did at the end of the episode, bro. Oh my God. What an end of the episode. Kidnapping Donna and tying her up by the RV as it's getting dark. What does he say? He's like, I got a new plan. It's like, oh, you are a psychopath.
If she dies,
I'm a scream.
Might be done.
We will word an angry letter on the podcast to the writers of From if they killed Donna off. You had one good thing in that show and you killed her.
She's such a good actor. I think if a death is justified, 100% do it. Like I don't want to ever be afraid of killing a character.
I also don't want her to go.
I don't either. I think she's an amazing actor, but like that, this could be. This could be.
Now, what I wanted to start doing with you, and I haven't mentioned this to you before, and I fucking should have, is I want to end our From recaps, right, with a question and a theory. Like, this is the question I have from this episode, and this is something that I would like to see happen. So my question, right, my curiosity that's been brought about. When Victor's mother said that she's going to the lighthouse to save the kids, and now we're seeing the ghost kids, and then we saw that other kid in season 1 that looked like a milkman in the white clothes that was pointing to and helping Victor and co, and he helped Boyd and Sarah in the forest,
and he appeared to young Victor when he was on the swing.
What if these creatures originated from this place? Now hear me out, because we've talked about it being timeless and there's all the different clothing. Same thing applies to the creatures, the nightmare creatures. They're all from different eras. What if they're all connected in some way as well? Which is why you do get the occasional good thing, like Fatima being pregnant. I'm with Donna that this is a good thing that's happening. Like with the little boy ghost helping Victor and people through the town. Part of me wants to believe that there's a bigger connection with what these things are to the place and the people in it. And that's why there's these little weird moments where it's like, wait, that was a good thing that happened from these creatures. So when Victor's mother went to save the kids, she didn't save the kids. She and the kids died, but now the kids are the ghosts that Tabitha's seeing. I reckon they're the kids. Maybe Eloise, Victor's sister, is one of those ghosts, creatures, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I absolutely think that. I agree. I think I think the Fae, we'll call them the Fae for now until we figure out what they are, are connected to this world. That would make sense. It would also, on the flip side of that, make sense if they were stuck here too.
Oh, yeah, it would.
My theory is that Eloise is still alive.
Okay. Like alive?
Alive.
How? But I guess Victor's still alive, so yeah, okay. Because he didn't leave the... Okay, yeah. Let's wait and see. Until next week on From...